Okay, good morning, beloved. Sunday morning. My body's been going through some clearing, some mucus, running nose, stuff like that. So I'm now sort of went through that, and now I'm sort of on the other side of it, and just clearing that. So here, what am I here? What am I seeing is this tendency not to be listening to existence. This tendency to always, no, not always, but often to be giving an excuse why something is happening. And I feel that on some level we are working on this level of it, which is the logical level, which is the understanding, okay, well, there must be people around who have got viruses or have got colds, and so I've got a cold, I caught a cold. Which is on this level totally logical, totally understandable, and absolutely correct on one level. But as I find that I go deeper, or just more simply within myself, I am often going, okay, so there's a cold, so what is this asking of me? What is my body trying to tell me? What is it trying to get me to listen to? How am I receiving the messages from existence? Now, I have seen in this time that a lot is clearing from the body levels, and a lot of our older stuff that is still held in the cellular memory structure is coming up to be seen. And often this takes the form of looking and like illness, or in specific areas of the body. So what I was looking for myself with this cold, like, what do I need to do? So one, I needed to take care of myself. I needed to make sure that I rested a lot. I had to have a lot of tissues around, and obviously a lot of stuff for my nose, so I didn't get a very sore nose. And basically I rested, and I was not so available for anybody else. So I had to come back to myself and take care of myself and allow myself also to be supported. Which is not always so easy for us independent people. Sometimes we say we are not supported, but actually it's the habit we've got into of not allowing ourselves to receive. We have got into the giving mode, and we haven't we need to balance that with the allowing ourselves also to receive. So these situations gives us a great opportunity for us to allow ourselves to receive, and sometimes to be taken care of, and also to get clear on taking space and just stopping. I don't know if this makes sense to anybody. As I say, this is called Suchira Gibberish for a reason. So my suggestion is, whatever is happening, look and see, what is the message for me? What is it touching in me? Even if somebody comes up and is really horrible to you, or does something, and you can point the finger and say, they're being horrible to me, or this world is in a mess, or it doesn't mean that you don't see it. It doesn't mean that they're not doing something. But have a look and see, what is it? Ask yourself the question, what is it touching in me? What is the wound in me still, or what is the refining in this body-mind system, and what is the gift of this for me? What is it trying to show me? This existence is never against us. Never, ever, ever. So if it is giving us a hard lesson or something that is not so pleasant, then it is also a gift. So try and look and see what it is. And if you see something, the next trick is, don't make yourself feel guilty about it, because that's the next thing. Oh my God, I must be such a terrible person because I'm still doing this or whatever. Stop doing that. It's not, it's because otherwise you can never really look and see that maybe you're doing something stupid or you have an old pattern that's not supporting you now. And if you are judging yourself for it or making yourself a terrible person because you fucking up, you're not going to want to look. And you're not, at this time, we are looking at the deepest layers of ourselves. We're looking at just those little things that are most hidden from us. So we have to have courage to be able to look and not judge ourselves. Look and be kind to ourselves. Look and go, oh, it's touching that. Oh, where is it? Or even where is it in the body? I mean, for me, it was obviously, okay, I used the thing. It was liquids. It was liquids. It was a running nose. Okay, running nose. One nose first and then the next nose. And it went through quite quickly. And I took care of myself. You know, I did what I needed to do simply. But I also looked and thought, okay, it's liquids. So what are liquids connected to? Well, liquids for me are connected with emotions. So it's clearing emotional levels within me. If it's coming in other levels, what is it? If it's coming in the bones, if it's coming in the body, what is that? What is that? So it's in this time, it's very much for us to be listening to existence, and it is often in the most simple things. And through the body, we are shown a lot. Where are our wounds? Where are our hurts? Where are our habits? And as we start to understand this, and we understand ourselves, and we start to see areas where it is no longer, we are no longer supporting ourselves with such certain patterns, then you find that somehow as you shift that within the self, and you come to that understanding with kindness to yourself, not aggression, and not guilt. Don't make yourself guilty. Everybody has everything. Most people have done everything. Most people are not aware that they're doing it. So it's bringing the awareness up in this time to see it, to, in a way, make friends with the devil that you are, and the horrible person also that you are, or the patterns that you have that were useful in one stage and no longer are supporting you. So it's to reassess, to re-look, and to respect. To respect is to re-look, which means to respect yourself. Because if you do not respect yourself, you cannot respect anybody else. And you cannot allow anybody else to make any mistakes. And there is a difference with seeing and judging. And there is a difference between seeing and just seeing without a whole story attached. One sees the story, but one does not have a whole load of judgment with it. So I don't know if this makes any sense to you this morning, beloveds. I wish you a beautiful Sunday, and I will download this small video, and I hope you enjoy it. But watch and see where you're pointing the finger at somebody else. Doesn't mean they're not doing it, anything to you, but stop using that as an excuse. Watch the excuses. Watch the excuses all the time, why it's okay. Or, oh my God, well they've had something terrible happen, or oh, I've had this terrible thing happen, so I've got an excuse. Stop the excuses. Start looking and seeing, what do I need to do? What is it touching? What is existence trying to talk to me about? Stop judging yourself about it, but start being aware of it, because if you see it and you see it is no longer supporting you, you will change, and as you change, you will find other people around you will change their attitudes towards you. And we have a few very deep habits often, and they can look very nice on the surface, and they can actually be quite ugly to ourselves sometimes. So I'm constantly refining, constantly looking, and I have found for myself that to try and change it on the outside doesn't work. The deepest learning is it all comes back to us. And that doesn't mean that other people are not doing something, but once we stop taking the responsibility for that and we stop hooking into that, then we find that it shifts, and only then will it shift. Or we can allow it to be there and it suddenly doesn't bother us anymore. Or it may hit you, but you maybe choose not to be there, or you choose to walk away, or sometimes you take space, or you just readjust how you are with it. Maybe you tell somebody to fuck off. I love you heaps. Be gentle with yourself, be kind with yourself. Don't miss the lessons of the existence that it's trying to tell us. We have it's telling us in so many ways, but of course it doesn't necessarily speak in words to us. So we have to be a little bit tuned in. We have to be a little bit more intelligent. And I know you will have it. So you just trust yourself, but start listening. Take some time, slow down, and start listening. In the most simple things, you will see the patterns that you are running. But if you are running too fast, you will never see them, because you will be too busy rescuing somebody else, or making somebody else wrong, and only when we get clear within ourselves will we help anybody else, or help the planet, or do anything. But we have to clear our own asses first. We have blessing days of the spinal base, I think tomorrow, which is this fear of elimination, or eliminating others. So keep your ass relaxed. Go slow. Take a deep breath. Don't judge yourself, but be ready to see yourself, and to see those patterns that are no longer nurturing or supporting you. So, it's afternoon now, so have a nice afternoon. Sunday. Bye.